Coach Pippen, talk to us about the expectations for the season.
Well, right now the main thing is, continue to stay committed to the process, because for me it's a day in and day out thing, because like when you get to focusing on the outcome, you kind of get ahead of yourself. So my main thing is just keeping these guys focused on being better each and every day. So it's a day in and day out process for us. So that's the main focus right now.
Young man, what are your season expectations?
From a personal perspective, it's just to keep making improvement. Because, as I start high school, I see myself slowly grow into a better quarterback or a better young man as I got in high school. And that's just the main goal, to keep improving. And as a team, it's just for us to get closer and communicate. Just grow closer and don't let, the obstacles we go through define us, but just help that, bring us closer together to become better as a team.
My expectation is for us to, build a bigger bond so we can be prepared for the outside world as young men and getting better at what we're doing.
And I know, Coach, typically it's a dream for you to go back to your alma mater and your head coach. But talk about that process and how that all came down and then where you are now as far as building the program.
Well, actually, you're right. It is a dream, to be back in this position right here. And when I first got there, kind of got a little pushback because, the guys weren't used to working as hard as I wanted them to work, and some of the expectations that I have for them, they weren't used to it. But the thing is, those guys committed and they stayed with the process. And right now, starting, I think, January to now, it's been like a big jump, a huge difference, and the main thing is the weight room. Been having a lot of participation throughout the summer. When you want to build a dominant program, you have to have that off season. So we had a lot of success in the off season, and not meaning like wins and losses as far as competition, but we're just talking about guys being committed, coming to the workouts every day. So that's a huge plus for us.
Talk about the uncertainty of not knowing who the coach is. You get Coach Pippen and the work ethic and everything you put in this part to be at this point.
It was definitely uncertainty not knowing who's gonna get your coach, but it's kind of easy to know we get Coach Pippen. It's kind of relaxing knowing that because he's somebody that's been in our shoes before and he's also a successful man. So not only does that help us with football, but in life, he's been there, done that. He knows what he's talking about. So you can believe in somebody like that. And he's also a type of person that you can follow somebody that also leads you and doesn't mind getting dirty and helping out and not just in a leadership position.
I've been knowing Coach Pippen since middle school, so I know what comes with him and everything he do it for a reason. The way he works us and pushes us to help us get better.
Coach, I know it's sometimes difficult to kind of get everything changed, but the process of getting everybody on your page, understanding how you're going to need to improve the program, and just the buy-in of a new coach. Talk about the process of that.
Well, the first thing, when I first got there, I think last year we had maybe 40 guys on the team. So right now we're up to 65. So that was my main focus, was recruiting the hallway. So, I made sure I got out in the building, walked around, shook hands, introduced myself to kids, invited them out and just let them know that, it'd be a different atmosphere, a different environment. So that was the biggest thing, was recruiting the hallway, because we had a lot of talent in the school that, wasn't playing. So that was the biggest thing. And, when I got there, just having a hard hat mentality, being disciplined, being structured in everything you do, because I want to teach these guys values that are transition to life, not only football, but if you can be disciplined and structured and have order, it'll help you be a successful young man. So that's been my main focus with these kids.
And young men, talk about how you would like for your season to start. Best case scenario, how would you like to start this season off, first part of the season? I know wins are great, you want to win every game. But what process do you go through to really start to say, we can improve it, we can get better? What do you want to see as you start this season?
To start the season, no matter outcome, just everybody stay even kill, as our coaches say, and just stay humble no matter what's going on around us. Ignore the outside world, just focus on what we got to do to succeed in our life and as a team, and stay focused the whole season.
I was gonna say stay focused too. As the season began, I know last year we had a up and down season, so stay focused and keep grinding, getting better and better.
Coach, how do you want to see this season?
Well, for me, the ideal thing would be beating County High on August the 25th. first and foremost. You know, that would be the ideal thing right now. But honestly, you know, just seeing improvement from last year, you know, I just want guys to see like, hey man, you know, these things my coach has implemented in over the offseason, I've gotten stronger, I've gotten bigger, I've gotten faster. You know, I'm more dedicated to the game. I'm a better young man. So things of that nature, like for me, like that's why I talked about earlier the process, you know, just staying within that moment. And you can kind of hear these guys and their answers to your question. They're talking about staying focused, talking about grinding, you know, talking about being committed as a team. So those things that we preach every day. So that's what it's really all about, making a jump as young men first and foremost, and then everything else will take care of itself.
And my last question is really, Coach, getting the young men to have the character, integrity, to understand the good decisions off the field that lead to good decisions on the field. How have you been teaching these young men and young men, how have you been adjusting to being role models to make sure that everything comes together off the field and that it can come together on the field?
Well, for me, the main thing is character. You know, so we do a lot of things like character development things, you know, where during the season, you know, I have this series where I put together, you know, we got 10 weeks, so it'll be 10 days of character development. That's like Thursdays before the game, having different speakers come in, talk to them from different perspectives and like not just football or sports, you know, may have businessmen come in and talk to them, just community leaders, you know, and people that come in and they can install in these guys some things that I just may not know about that they can educate them on. So that's the biggest thing right there, like, is just getting these guys on the same page, not just as football players, but in life. Because if we can do that right there, then the morale of our community will be up a lot.
Young men, how does that leadership burden fall on you guys? Talk about helping the young kids.
Like our coach can bring people in, but he only can do so much. But it's our like job to put in action, actually listen to the people he bring in, and not just be like ignoring people, just like, oh, this is just another person talking, but like actually trying to like implement in our lives to be a better person and just be better for our community. And also, what's the second question you asked?
It was just about being a leader for the young kids. How do you get those?
Oh, just think about when you was in that position, because at some point we was all a freshman or 8th grader, and we looked up somebody on the team, and just knowing that I'm in that position now makes it even more important for me to do the right thing, because I know I have somebody looking up to me, and if I don't do the right thing, they're eventually going to come through the program and not be as good as they should be.
Helping the young kids, I feel like helping the young kids helping me because the coaches helping the seniors and the seniors helping the young kids. Like, that's how.
Coach, last words?
Well, you know, I'm excited about this season, you know, opportunity to really put this program back on the map where I know it could be, you know, playing football at a high level. And just not only that, but just sending young men into this world that are prepared for it. You know, so that's the biggest thing for me. You know, I want to impact my community in that way, you know.
Young men, last words?
Just looking forward to a great season, senior season.
I'm ready to play.
All right, thank you guys so much.